Hello everybody, it's me, and I came to report about my 25th week of pregnancy. I'm very happy, made it this far. So the first thing I'm going to do is just show you the progression of my stomach. And if you hear anything in the background, it's my husband, he's on the phone, but this is my stomach. See it? It's getting bigger, he's getting bigger, and I'm definitely feeling it. I am feeling this for real. Like the last week, I haven't been able to sleep. Like it's all this pressure has been going directly to my back. You know, if I lay on the side, it's just completely bruised on. I don't know, feels bruised on this side. It's really difficult. If I lay on my back, it just all the weight goes directly to my spine. And if I turn it to the right side, my husband's out breathing on my face when he's asleep. So it's just been horrible. Like yesterday, if you look at my eyes, they're really dark because I haven't got sleep, just like the last video. Yesterday, I went to bed around like 11, woke up at 2 in the morning, wasn't able to go to sleep until about 6 a.m. Then I had to turn around and wake up around 8 o'clock, and I've been up ever since, and it's about 9 p.m. right now. And I was ripping and running and doing a whole bunch of stuff today. So the first thing I'll tell you about is what's going on with me medically. Medically, everything is pretty much good. You know, my baby, he is moving and shaking, and you know, doing little jiu-jitsu moves inside my stomach. Very, very active. And I did a test. I wasn't familiar with before I got here. It's like a diabetes test. They test for it. So what they do is they have you drink glucose. And I was pretty upset about it because first off, I had to not eat for a whole hour. You wake up, you don't eat, you go there on an empty stomach, and as soon as I wake up, I eat, you know? So I'm crabbing when I don't. So I get there, I was like thinking, okay, let me hurry up and get there. As soon as I wake up, I'm gonna go there so I can just do my test. As soon as I get there, I had to wait for like 25 minutes because there was a bunch of people there. Then I drank that nasty sugary glucose and had to wait another hour for them to take the blood, you know, to see how it mixed in with your blood to make sure you wasn't diabetes, gestational, whatever, diabetes or whatever. So, you know, I just did it, and I came home and I told my husband, oh my God, I haven't eaten, and he was just like, why? You know, and I was like, because, you know, I wasn't supposed to, and he was just like, well, look at you, like, hey, he was just like, are you sure that's safe for the baby? And I was like, oh, I don't know. You know, I listened to the doctor, he told me to do it, and I didn't even pay attention, because normally, like, I'm always on top of stuff, like, and then I thought about it, and I was like, oh my God, because now, like, that's why I started changing the way I ate, is because I did a big, like, research project, a personal one, just about, like, the foods that we eat and all the poisons we intake in our body, and one of the bad things that you're not supposed to eat that is stuff that contains fructose. So that dawned on me, like, oh my God, like, because I know what fructose does is it pretty much eats away your brain. It causes blindness, does all these different things, and also your fatty cells, they don't absorb it like they would absorb a sugar. They would tell you, you know, to stop to eat it, but fructose, it just continues to absorb it. That's why it's so much obesity, and you see more and more people getting fatter. It's because of the food that they're eating, and all the different foods that you buy at the grocery store has this stuff instead of sugar. It has that saccharin, which is horrible for you. You're not supposed to eat that when you're pregnant either. So anyway, I was like, oh my God, I've been eating that. I took that and I wasn't listening and blah, 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 because the doctors are giving me much anything. So then I looked it up and I noticed fructose is a mixture of both of them. So it's a cheaper way to make it. So they put both of it together. And glucose is supposed to be safer to eat. It's the same, scientifically, it's made of, like, if you look it up, can't think of it, like, the way it's made, the neutrons and all that stuff, you look it up, it's exactly the same scientifically, but it has a total different effect on your body. So glucose is supposed to be more a natural way, a natural type of sugar, as opposed to fructose, or saccharin, or any of those other type of artificial sweeteners. So it was a little bit of a weight on my shoulder. I'm still a little nervous about it, you know, because I don't really, I don't know if that's that healthy just to have sugar on an empty stomach when you're carrying a baby. So to all the women that are expecting, just make sure, you know, the doctors tell you to do something, make sure you research it first. If they tell you to take a vaccine, you need to get a vaccine. Research the vaccine before you start injecting your babies and stuff. And if they say, oh, it's because if you don't take this vaccine, your baby won't be able to go to school. A lot of people don't know that in the United States they have waivers to, you know, they don't tell you about this, but you can actually be exempt from taking a lot of those vaccines, or from all of them. You know, it's a special paper that you can sign up for, so that your baby won't have to do it, because a lot of kids become messed up after that and messed up with your brain, all kinds of stuff. So anyway, that's one thing. Second thing, benefits in France. It's a lot of good benefits here for family, and in Canada they have the same thing. I know in Canada they break you off like 5 G's just on GP, just for being pregnant. In America they don't really do nothing unless you're on welfare, and that's for people who need it. Like it's a horrible type of system. But out here, for everybody, rich, poor. Excuse me, y'all, I have indigestion. I gotta drink. I've been drinking a lot of water too. We've been going through a lot of water, like maybe 16 bottles of 1.5 liter bottles every week. So we go through a lot of water. Anyway, so back to what I was saying. What was I saying? So yeah, back to the benefits. Yeah. So pretty much in France, when every woman who's like 7 months pregnant, just because if you're rich or poor, it doesn't even matter, they will give you just like 700 to 800 euros just as a gift. Just saying thank you for bringing a French citizen in this world. We really appreciate you. And then after that, after the baby's born, they just send you money. Just a couple of hundred here, a couple of hundred there, a few hundred, you know, every single month. Plus, on top of that, I think they even help with people like, it don't matter who you are, like they will help you like with your, if you can be a millionaire, and they will just send you money towards your rent. I don't know, they just give you stuff. It's crazy, like crazy. And out here, after when the kid's like 2 years old, you don't have to worry about daycare. Daycare is free. It's included in the government out here. So that's really cool, because I know people in America who's paying the minimum of like $600–700 a month, and I know some people who pay $400 a week, which is about $1,600 a month, which is double that. It's just crazy, and it's a headache, you know, when you're pregnant, when you have to think of that, you know, and it's a lot, you know, like it's a lot of, one thing here, there's a lot of taxes out here. Like the other day, we got a tax just for owning a TV. And it was like almost $200, 200 euros, just for owning TV. They said, oh, we noticed that you use your credit card to buy a TV, and this is the tax that you have to pay on top of the tax that you already paid, on top of, you know, it's crazy. So, but that's a good thing, you know, they're really supportive for families and stuff like that. Another cool thing is they have a pregnancy line. Yes, a pregnancy line. They have one at the post office, and they also have one at the supermarket. All the supermarkets priority line for pregnant women. And the first time, I didn't even know about this, the first time I experienced this is before I was pregnant. I was in a rush. I had to hurry to go home. I had to run to the grocery store to buy something. And there was a bunch of people there. I was the next person in line. I had like 4 things. And this old lady, she come in front of me, and she had this literally, her stuff, her groceries stacked all the way to the top. And she come in there, and she come right in front of me, and I asked her, well, what are you doing? And she was just like, she lifted up her shirt, she was pregnant. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe she was pregnant. Because I was just like, you're not pregnant, and she lifted up her shirt. I was like, oh my God, how does this old lady get pregnant? So, and that's one thing, you do see a lot of older women out here pregnant. I don't know if the women out here age more or they just be older, because I see a lot of people a lot older, you know, starting families out here, a lot older. So that was cool. Like, so I've been like utilizing that line. I remember the first time I was like, Michael, I'm about to do what that lady did to me. And he's like, no, I'm not gonna go in line with you. That's so mean if you do it. I said, but that's the rules. Like, that's the law. Someone did it to me, so I gotta get, you know. So we went in front of these people, and they were so mad. It was oh, it was so mad, but that was pretty cool. So I've been enjoying that line, especially if I'm in a rush. Sometimes I stand behind, but most of the time, now I'm starting to show You know, they ask me, you want to go ahead. The nice people, but I notice some people, they don't want you to go. And those are the people I want to cut. My headspace, like I said, every day is a little bit is different. I've been really, really cool. Like, I just been staying myself and very happy. And like I said, it's really hard, when you lost a baby before, because it's traumatizing. And I just been, dealing with that, just like every day I think about, I'm extra nervous and want to make sure I do everything right, I eat everything right, I don't overdo anything, I don't stress too much, because, it's hard, it's really, really hard when you go through something traumatizing like that. And on top of that, it was just like, before I gave birth to my baby, my first baby, I was like, I kept saying, remember I tell you guys, I never felt her move. So when I thought she was moving, I was actually having contractions. So I went to the doctor just to have a monitor. And they was like, do you know you're having contractions? I was like, no, I thought that was a baby movie. They was like, no, you're contracting. And they was like, well, if you have, they gave me a time limit, if you have this many, then you have to come directly to the hospital. So I had that many by the time I got there at night. And I ended up just staying in the hospital for a whole month on bed rest. So I was just like, it was just horrible. I had me on tons of drugs. I was like, I couldn't even read. Like back then my ex, he would come and read to me because I couldn't watch TV. I couldn't read because my vision was blurry. And sometimes he would come in, I'd be so drugged, I'd talk like this. And ever since then, literally, I haven't been the same. Like, I can't remember things as much as I used to. And I think the drugs had a lot of effect on that. Just like totally, I don't know, like it's crazy. So after that, it was really, really hard to get back in shape. I was like if I go up just two stairs, not like two stories, 2 stairs, I'll be like, I was just so tired and in so much bad shape after that pregnancy. And it took a lot out of me to get back in shape. Like I had to really, really push hard, especially after having a C-section. That's 2 times harder because that's a major surgery. So I had to get ready. I had to get prepared physically. I had to get ready mentally, and so I just make sure, hopefully, and I pray to God that everything happens normally, and I definitely want to have a vaginal birth this time. So I've been consulting my doctor with that. He said everything so far so good, but they will know my last checkup, just what I will have. So I definitely will want to do something like that. I don't know if I talked about how hard it is to sleep, but it's been really hard to sleep. Like I said, I think I did say that. Like every night, it's been hard because it's been more and more pressure on my back. All this weight if I lay on my back and stuff. So that's about it. I did change. My shoes is the business. Like I was in a Nike commercial, but I want to say Nike's the shit, okay? Excuse my language, people. Nike's the business because it's been taking a lot out of the pressure off of my back. Like I noticed I had wore some other shoes, like just some regular tennis shoes that I had bought from Foot Locker a while back, and I wore them and I went shopping and stuff. And then when I got home, my back was hurting. Like I was begging my husband to give me a massage, and it hurt for like 2 days straight. And I noticed it was because different shoes are made differently, but Nikes are the business and Adidas are good too. Like I wear, like the Adidas walking shoes are good too. So I'm gonna actually religiously wear those for the rest of my pregnancy. And I definitely stay away from heels. I can't wear heels at all. Like before I was pregnant, they hurt my back. The only way I would wear them is if either I went out or if I had to use them for work and stuff like that. That's about it. I just want to thank everybody, for all your support. I'm really, really happy. The next video, I will show you guys my painting. I said that in the last video, didn't I? But I'll make sure that you guys get it. I work on hopefully having a video before Thanksgiving. We don't have Thanksgiving out here, so my Thanksgiving